Hello students, our today's topic is microeconomics and macroeconomics. Micro and macro. Okay. First of all, the basic understanding that micro means small unit and macro means large. Again, micro means small and macro means large. Okay, let's see the difference between two. First, we will go through microeconomics and then macroeconomics, and then we will compare the both. Okay, the first is microeconomics. Microeconomics study analysis of individual unit of economy. Okay, again it is the study of individual unit. It studies the rational behavior of individual units, logical behavior of individual unit. Again, individual unit. Microeconomics analysis uses the principle of marginalism. Again, it uses the principle of marginalism to analyze how individual units make decision. Okay. First of all, let me give you proper understanding about marginalism. Okay, if we will break the word marginalism, then it is marginalism. Okay, first, margin means what? Let's understand. For example, we are having one firm or producer who is producing something. Fine. Now, I had given you one example of candy. Okay. Unit produced or output. I had produced one unit, means one candy. I had produced one unit, that is candy, and total cost rupees 9. For one candy, my total cost is 9 rupees. Okay. Second means now I had made two candies instead of one, means plus 1. I had added one more candy, means 2 candy. So my total cost will be 16. Now the difference between these two is known as margin. Again, 1 unit 9 rupees cost. 2 units cost increased 16 rupees. The difference between these two is 7, that is known as margin. The gap between two. Okay. Now, microeconomic and okay, we are having individual unit, that is candy, right? Chocolate. Here, microeconomic analysis uses the principle of marginalism. So this principle is known as marginalism, where we are having 7 rupees as a margin, right? So 7 rupees extra will cost to make 2 candies, right? So I hope this point is clear now. For individual unit, microeconomic analysis uses the principle of marginalism. Okay, by this bifurcation we can come to know that how much cost it will be. For example, it is 2 candy. Now for example, let's take as a 5 candy. So 2 candy, to make 2 candies we need there is a 16 rupees cost. Then for 5, what? By this we can count the margin. Okay. The next is the unit of demand analysis is the customer. Okay, we all know that demand is created by customer. For example, this candy's demand will be created by customer. So in this microeconomics, here the demand analysis is customer. Now who will supply? Then supply is done by firm. So supply analysis is the firm. Again here demand analysis is the customer. Demand analysis will done on the basis of customer. Supply analysis is the firm. So how much we have to supply, how much we have to produce, how much we have to put it into the market is this analysis is by firm. Labor market is labor, means labor, the analysis of labor in labor market by labor. So in this small word, demand analysis is the customer, demand analysis done by customer, supply analysis is the firm, and labor market is labor. Here for example, subjects of price determination of a product in a market. A very small thing, a very small word, microeconomics, where price determination of a product in a market. How much price I should put for this candy? This determination, price determination of a product in a market, the subjects includes in this equilibrium output level for a firm, marginal productivity, and wage determination of labor. Okay, now output level for a firm. Output means production. Who will do production? Firm. Okay, so equilibrium means same. Equilibrium output level for a firm, same production level. Marginal productivity and wage determination of labor. How much wages to be given to laborers as a factor of production. That is are studied in microeconomics. Okay, subjects like price determination of a product in a market, equilibrium output level for a firm, marginal productivity, and wage determination of labor as a factor of production are studied in microeconomics. So microeconomics is a very small word which studies or analyzes only individual unit. Okay, and it uses the principle of marginalism, and the unit of demand analysis is the customer, supply analysis is the firm, and labor market is labor. Subjects like price determination of a product in a market, equilibrium output level for a firm, marginal productivity, wage determination of labor as a factor of production are studied in microeconomics. Let's move on to the macroeconomics. Macro means large, on the large level. Studies issues which emerge from the entire economic setup. Microeconomics studies issues which emerge from the entire economic setup and impact the entire economic setup. For example, determination of national income, unemployment. Unemployment means the person who are educated, who are deserving for the job but cannot get job. Those persons are known as unemployed person. So unemployment is also the problem of our economy. Poverty, growth rate, and demographic profile of population. We all know the growth rate, the only thing which is in incremental point in our India is growth, population growth, are the topics covered under macroeconomics. Again, determination of national income, unemployment, poverty, growth rate, and demographic profile of population are topics covered under macroeconomics. Macroeconomic analysis has helped to give principles for resource management. Okay, we all are knowing that resources are limited. So due to macroeconomic analysis, we can use resources with management to increase national income, reduce unemployment, poverty, inflation, and so on. Okay, now unemployment we have to reduce, poverty also we have to reduce, population, etc. Inflation means boom period. Inflation means boom period. Here we all are knowing that we are having one that chart we can say, or one diagram where any business first started to grow, then it reached to the point where the boom period is there, that is inflation period. Then it started the point that is recession, afterwards recovery point. So every business cycle passes through this chart. Okay, so that's it. Macro and microeconomics. Micro means small, macro means large. Microeconomics studies individual unit, and macroeconomics studies the entire economic setup, which issues which are emerging with the entire economic setup. I hope this point is clear to you. Very important difference we can say. You will be asked in exam. Okay, be ready or learn. Start writing also. If you are having any doubt, we'll solve in online classes. Thank you.